Hey, welcome everybody in this new video. In the last video you've installed the IDE from Arduino and you've uploaded one of the example programs onto your Arduino, and you were able to see a LED blinking on your Arduino board. Alright, so this course is a LabVIEW course, so we're not actually going to focus on how to program an Arduino. We're just going to use the Arduino for our LabVIEW course. But even though you're not going to program the Arduino itself, I really would like to show you the basics of the Arduino sketch, and this way you're able to interpret a Arduino program as well, so you know what variables is it looking for, where is it looping, what functions do we have in a Arduino program. Alright, so let me just open up the Arduino IDE and I'll show you the Blink program. Alright, so this is the Arduino Blink program, and you can see I increased my letter size a little bit, but we're just going to start from the top. So this is the sketch, which is the program itself. We can type in here as we want, if we want as well. But let me just run through this Blink example. For me it opens this Blink example directly because I closed the Arduino IDE when I had this program open from the last video. If it's not open for you, then you go to File, Examples, Basics, and then you select Blink. Alright, so now we've opened it. Let's start at the top. You can see we have a /star, and you can see that this first part is grayed out, and then it ends with a /star or // as well. Alright, there's an update. Alright, there it is. So you can see it's grayed out. The entire linear here is grayed out, and that's because this first part is used as a note for people who are using this script. Then in the beginning, the first notes you can find, okay, what's the script called, what's it doing, some information. Here you can see some information about any modifications by people. The code is public domain as well, so you can find a lot of information about the entire code. Alright, so if you want to gray out a linear, then you use this. If we upload this sketch to the Arduino, we're not uploading this part. Actually, we're only uploading the programming part. But for reading out information about this program, that's why we use this these functions like /star and with // But here's another example, which is // and then after that, the line after that is going to be a notification or note as well. So you can see here a // and then this part is also a note, and it tells us what's happening here. This void setup is most basic part of a Arduino program. We always have a void setup and we have a void loop. The setup is, these are both actually functions, and the void setup is run once, and the void loop, just like a while loop, is just looping over and over again until we give it a break. Until we say, okay, we want to break out of the loop for whatever reason. And then we can use a break function here, for example. Alright, but let's start with the void setup. This is only run once when we start up the Arduino. And in this case, you use it for initialize stuff. And in this program, we're actually selecting a pin mode, which is a specific function. And in this pin mode, we're saying that the LED built-in, which is the built-in LED on your Arduino Uno board, the built-in LED is an output in this case. Let me switch over to the Arduino cam. You can see here that we have digital, these are digital inputs and outputs, and we have analog inputs, which is used for measurements. If you want to measure a voltage, for example, then we use these analog measurements. Digital inputs is most of the time a high or low, and we can read out this digital input, but we can also send high or low voltages to this digital input. And then, of course, if we send information from the board to the digital port, then it's going to be an output. So let me switch back to the program. You can see that the LED built in is an output. And the LED is one of the digital pins. And then, okay, so this is done. Once this part of the program is done, then we go to the loop. And the loop runs over and over and over again. And you can see the first function that we execute in the loop is digital write. And you can see here, by the way, that in LabVIEW we have data flow based on if data is ready, then we're executing that part of the program. Doesn't matter where it is it high or low, left or right, it doesn't matter where it is in your block diagram. If the information is ready, then you can execute that part of the program. In this case, we're just working from top to bottom, and you can see in this void loop, after the void setup, in the void loop, we're actually looping the digital write, we're looping this program, and it runs from top to bottom. Alright, so the first function that we have is the digital write, which means we are writing a digital pin, we're giving it a specific signal, we're giving it a voltage. So we're giving it a output value. And the digital write, high or low, and you can see here that we want to give this digital output this value, and the LED built in is going to be given a high value. Then the next step, the next function, and we always end the function, so this is a function, we always end the function with a semicolon, and you can see after the semicolon you can see that there's a slash, and then there's information about this line. So this comment, this note, is only applicable to this part of the program. Alright, then we go into a delay, which is a wait function. We work again with milliseconds here, just like we do in LabVIEW. And we end with a semicolon, and then we do the digital write again. But then we're writing a low value to the LED built-in, which is going to turn the LED off. And then we're having another delay of a second, and then we start at the top of this loop again. And this loop just runs continuously. Alright, so if we go to the cam, you can see that it's a second, it's on, and then it's off for a second, and it's constantly being looped, this function. Alright, so if we want to, for example, have it on for 500 milliseconds instead of a second, and have it off for 2 seconds. Oops. Here it is. Alright, so it changes program. Then I need to upload this program. So if I upload the program, it's first compiling. And then it's sending the sketch via the USB port, like what we did in the last video. Select your board, select your COM port. It's sending it to the Arduino. And if we go to the Arduino cam, then you can see it's on for 500 milliseconds and off for 2 seconds, 2000 seconds. Right, so this is the basic setup of an Arduino program. We have some nodes in here, which you can see being grayed out. We have a void setup and a void loop. That's the most basic part of a Arduino program. Alright, in the next video I will show you the program for the stepper motor, and in that video you will be able to figure out if now you can see if your Arduino board is working, so is the LED actually blinking, yes or no. Change some values here with the digital write, with the length. And then I'm gonna, in the next video I'm going to show you the stepper motor and show you a program for the stepper motor, and then you can see if your stepper motor works as well. Alright, so for this video, see you in the next, guys.